There is nothing worse than when you're on a roll, feeling productive, and then bam, a cold or the flu just completely knocks you out. It messes up your work, your routine, just everything. So today, we're going to dive into some really smart, practical wisdom from Japan on how to boost your immunity and get back on your feet fast. And look, this is super personal for me. I was so careful, but I still managed to catch a virus recently, probably on my commute. It hit me pretty hard, and it was just this huge reminder of how things like stress or even just the change of seasons can really weaken our defenses. It really made me want to explore the methods people in Japan use to stay so healthy. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at some daily habits for prevention. Then we'll talk about what to do the second you think you might be getting sick. We'll get into the secret of staying warm, how to soothe a sore throat, and the best foods to eat for recovery. And then we'll wrap it all up. Okay, let's dive right in. The core idea here is pretty simple. The best way to fight off a cold is to not get one in the first place, right? This is all about building up your first line of defense with some simple everyday rituals. And we're not talking about some crazy, complicated routine. It's all about consistency. In Japan, it's just a normal part of the day to wash your hands and gargle the minute you get home. You pair that with drinking green tea every day, and the whole goal is to stop any viruses from ever getting a chance to take hold in your throat. So, how can you actually use this? Well, while gargling with plain water every day might be a new habit for a lot of us, here's a really effective hack. The moment, and I mean the second, you feel that little scratchiness in your throat, gargle with either salt water or some really strong green tea. It can make a huge difference. The magic in green tea comes from something called catechins, which have amazing antibacterial properties. Okay, so let's say you've been doing your daily prevention, but you still feel that telltale chill. Or maybe your shoulders feel a bit stiff. In Japan, this is the absolute critical moment to act. You've got to be fast. This is where a remedy called Kakkon-to comes in. It's part of Kampo, which is a traditional system of Japanese herbal medicine. Now, what's so interesting is that it's designed specifically for the absolute earliest stage of a cold. This isn't for when you're already down for the count. It's for that exact, I think I'm getting sick feeling. So what's actually in it? Well, it's a blend of natural things like kudzu root and ginger, which help warm your body, and a ephedra herb, which helps you sweat a little bit. The philosophy here is really the key takeaway. It's not about trying to kill the virus directly with medicine. It's about warming your body from the inside to supercharge its own natural ability to fight back before things get any worse. Of course, depending on where you are, finding Kakkon-to might be a little tricky, but the principle behind it is totally universal. So the easy overseas hack is a warm, strong ginger tea. It works on the exact same idea, warming up your core to give your immune system that little extra boost it needs. We've been talking a lot about this idea of warmth, and that's because it's so fundamental that it really deserves its own section. It is a cornerstone of Japanese health wisdom. And here's the bottom line. When your body temperature drops, your immune cells actually get sluggish. They literally slow down and don't work as effectively. So keeping your core warm, where all your vital organs are, is one of the most important things you can possibly do to keep your immune system fighting strong. So how do people actually do this? Well, here are two really clever, practical solutions. During the day, a lot of people wear what's called a haramaki, or a belly band. It sounds simple, it's just an extra layer of fabric around your midsection, but it makes a huge difference. And for nighttime, to stop your blanket from slipping off and leaving you cold, some blankets actually have buttons to keep them in place. It's such a simple idea, but it means you're never waking up shivering. All right, but let's be real. Sometimes, despite all our best efforts, a sore throat just happens. And when it does, there's a go-to home remedy that's both super gentle and incredibly effective. And we are back to our good friend, ginger. This time, you combine it with honey in a warm drink, maybe some black tea. The ginger gives you those antibacterial benefits we talked about, and the honey is just fantastic for moisturizing your throat and calming down that inflammation. It's a classic combo for a very good reason. But here is a pro tip, and this is one that a lot of people miss. Don't drink it piping hot. See, if a liquid is too hot, it can actually irritate your throat even more when it's already inflamed. So the key is to sip it slowly at a nice lukewarm temperature. That's how you get all the soothing benefits without accidentally making it worse. All right, let's talk about what to eat. When you're sick, your body is basically in a battle, and it needs every single bit of energy it can get. The Japanese approach to recovery food is all about one thing: conserving that energy so it can be used for healing. And I absolutely love this two-step approach. Okay, step 1. You feel awful, you have zero appetite. The priority is just getting something in your system. Fruit jelly is perfect. It's just moisture, a few vitamins, and a little sugar for energy, and it requires basically zero work from your digestive system. Then, once you're feeling a bit stronger, you move to step 2. Egg zozu. It's a really simple rice soup, but it's hydrating and gives you easy to digest protein. The whole point is that your body isn't wasting energy on digestion. All that power can be redirected to your immune cells to help you heal. So, as we start to wrap this up, let's just pull all these ideas together into a really simple, powerful philosophy you can use. It really just boils down to these 3 core pillars. First, warmth. Keeping your core body temperature up is absolutely non-negotiable. Second, daily habits. Prevention isn't a one-time thing. It's built up through small, consistent rituals. And third, internal organ care. When you're sick, just be kind to your digestive system. And that right there is really the main takeaway. Boosting your immunity doesn't have to be about buying expensive supplements or following some complicated plan. It's really about weaving simple, mindful, and consistent habits into your daily life to support what your body already knows how to do. Just by taking a few of these ideas on board, whether it's gargling with green tea or wearing a belly band, you can make a huge difference in your ability to stay healthy and keep your momentum going. So I'll leave you with this final question. What's your ultimate go-to method for preventing a cold or recovering from one? I genuinely love to see your ideas down in the comments. Thanks for watching.